Hi, and welcome to the September 2023 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First, for some headline news and announcements. Well, we dodged any serious damage from Tropical Storm Lee, but unfortunately it caused a number of cancellations, including our favorite Canal Day in Buzzards Bay. See you next year. Repairs on the Bourne Bridge have been underway since September 18th, reducing traffic to one lane in each direction. Significant backups have occurred during peak morning and late afternoon, evening travel times. Workers have been working day and night and through the rain to meet the proposed completion target date of the end of November. The pumpkin patch at the Bourne United Methodist Church next to the library is back.
All of the church's proceeds go to the Bourne Food Pantry. We've been doing this for over 10 years. And we generally, $15,000, $16,000, we're one of the largest donors to the food pantry. We're 7 days a week. We start at 10:30 in the morning and we get till 6 o'clock at night, rain or shine. And I'm from the Catawba Church, but we have volunteers from Bourne Church, Catawba, and West Falmouth, and we all take turns with different shifts manning the patch, as we say.
Sadly, for the thousands of visitors to the canal in the off-season, the Army Corps of Engineers will close the public restrooms at the canal on October 9th at 5 p.m. for the season. Portable toilets will be available until the restrooms reopen for spring-summer 2024. Trash barrels along the canal will also be closed, so be prepared to carry out your trash and dog waste. Here's a look at the calendar. King Richard's Fair is open through October 22nd. The fair is in its 42nd year and is open on weekends and on Columbus Day from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. The fair is located at 235 Main Street in Carver. For more information and to obtain tickets online, go to kingrichardsfair.net. That's fair with an E on the end. Bourne Newcomers and Neighbors holds a Lunch and Learn event at the Bourne Library on October 10th, entitled Why Travel? Jim Bear, a retired architect and world traveler, will describe his experiences accompanied by photographs and tidbits of adventures and experienced world traveling. Members are $5 and non-members are $7. For more information about Bourne Newcomers and Neighbors Club, visit bournenewcomers.org or find them on Facebook. The Woody Car Show, which was postponed due to rain, will now be held on October 15th from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at A.D. Makepeace Farms, 146 Tohonet Road in Wareham. The day will feature live music, and Makepeace Farms stand is open during the event for a delicious treat and New England-inspired gifts. Admission is free. Halloween Spooktacular will be held on Friday, October 27th from noon to 2 p.m. with the Toe Jam Puppet Band. Wear your spookiest costume and join the fun at the museums at Atuxet. Bring a blanket or chair to sit on. Stay after the show for a little trick-or-treating. Bourne Travel Basketball is having tryouts for the Bourne students on October 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th for boys and girls in grades 4th through 8th. For more information, visit bournetravelbasketball.com. On Wednesday, October 18th at 6 p.m., the Atuxet Garden Club will host Warren Leach, who will do a presentation on the late season garden at the Bourne United Methodist Church, 37 Sandwich Road. The public is invited for a $5 donation. For more information about the garden club, visit atuxetgardenclub.com. On Saturday, October 21st, beginning at noon, the second annual Thriller Flash Mob will be held in Buzzards Bay Park, followed by a costume parade at 12:30 and some trick-or-treating on Main Street. The Bourne Recreation hosts the annual Trunk or Treat in the parking lot of the Bourne Community Building, 239 Main Street, for lots more fun and candy from 5 to 6 p.m. Saturday, November 4th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, November 5th from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., the 2023 Homeless for the Holidays Give a Gobble Turkey Drive will be held on Main Street, Buzzards Bay. Come by with a frozen turkey or side dishes or a cash donation. Special town meeting will be held on November 6th at the Bourne High School auditorium at 7 p.m. Now for our top stories. At the September 19th joint meeting of the Bourne Select Board and the Board of Health, led by Bill Doherty, it was decided to ask State of Massachusetts for clarification on migrant families housed in Bourne hotel rooms. Our hotel-motel occupancy regulations prohibit stays longer than 3 weeks in a hotel or motel room. As a sanctuary state, Massachusetts has received immigrants in need of emergency housing that will likely surpass the 3-week limit. At the Select Board meeting on September 5th, Town Administrator Marlene McCullum confirmed that the base and some local hotel-motel rooms have been designated by the state as emergency shelters for the families. Select Board member Peter Meyer is concerned that fining the hotels and motels and inns for not complying with the 3-week rule would encourage a hotel or motel to give up that license and run their property as a shelter, which has a 90-day time limit. Mr. Meyer noted that the town would lose the hotel tax revenue that way. Tabitha Vasconcelos, owner of the Eastern Inn, where some migrants and others use as their home, spoke against enforcement of the 3-week rule. She believes it will force people to have to live in their cars if these hotel and motel rooms are off limits. Members of the Board of Health voted unanimously to approve the letter as drafted by Town Council and to send a copy to the Governor's office and to begin sending letters out to local hotels and motels and inn owners. There is a proposal for 600 acres of land at Joint Base Cape Cod may become available for development for affordable housing. Stay tuned for more information on that proposal. A private petition calling for lifting the ban on retail marijuana sales in Bourne will be on the special town warrant for the November 6th special town meeting. The same petition was voted on at special town meeting last May and failed to pass by just one vote. At the September 25th Finance Committee meeting, Stephen Strachny said the last month the state took in almost $30 million in tax revenue from marijuana businesses. Finance Committee members were urged to fulfill their obligation to recommend rescinding the current ban, which would lead to millions of dollars in tax revenue for the town. Mr. Strachny said, quote, "What we're asking the Finance Committee to do is, in their role as financial advisors to the town, we're asking you to take a look at the numbers," unquote. All neighboring towns except for Falmouth have marijuana dispensaries. Mashpee is home to Triple M, a recreational and medical dispensary. Sandwich is home to In Good Health, offering both recreational and medical marijuana sales. Plymouth is home to the Zen Leaf, a recreational dispensary. Triple M, which offers both recreational and medical marijuana sales, and Elevated Roots, a recreational dispensary. Wareham is home to 3 dispensaries and has one of the earliest dispensaries. VeriLife, just off Main Street, offers recreational and medical marijuana. Nature's Medicine on Cranberry Highway is a recreational dispensary, and Trade Routes across from the Wareham Crossing is also a recreational dispensary. The Planning Board and the Planning Department and a group of marijuana advocates have been working collaboratively to develop a set of bylaws that would establish 3 marijuana retail overlay districts in the town. These areas would include downtown Buzzards Bay, Sagamore, and MacArthur Boulevard. Since it is a zoning article that deals with real estate, a 2/3 majority of those in attendance and voting will be needed for the measure to pass. That the marijuana question keeps appearing on the warrant nearly guarantees a good turnout at town meeting, at least until that article is discussed and voted on. Here's what's happening downtown. Kind Hearts for Kids had a big turnout for their annual festival on September 9th in Buzzards Bay Park. This nonprofit was founded in 2019 by Nicole Mitchell to offer kindness and compassion to area youth and teens who are living in foster care or with a non-parental caregiver by honoring and celebrating them, especially on their birthdays and holidays. A fix for the busy intersection of Main Street and Academy Drive in Buzzards Bay is in the works. Margaret Schoenfelder of Environmental Partners said the purpose of the project is multifold: reduce vehicular speeds, provide a gateway to Bourne, improve pedestrian accommodations, and provide community gathering spaces. Much of it could be accomplished, she said, through expansion of sidewalks, reducing the number of crosswalks, and making one large crosswalk. Browse Boutique and Spa at 45 Main Street held its second annual open house. Owner Dina Bowers, along with her family and staff, treated guests to an array of Brazilian appetizers and desserts. For more info, visit browseboutiquespa.com. Here's an update on striper fishing in the canal by East End Eddie Doherty, a retired Massachusetts court clerk magistrate appointed by the late Governor A. Paul Cellucci, author of 7 Miles After Sundown, about surf casting the Cape Cod Canal for striped bass.
So we're here on the Cape Cod Canal on a beautiful day. We got a slack tide behind me that's about to turn east any minute. It's just been great on the canal. September's been a great month for fishing. There's still a lot of bait in the canal. There's silver sides and peanut bunker. There haven't been much mackerel, but a lot of small bait. And so the fish are keyed in on small bait. There's striped bass, bluefish, and false albacore mostly. So there's a fellow from Pennsylvania, George Ladick. Around mid-September, he caught a nice fish. He hooked into on a west tide. He was jigging about an hour before dusk, and George landed that fish and measured it. It was 50 inches, so that's a nice fish. So there's still some big fish in the canal. And a few days before Hurricane Lee, Mike Goodwin from Wareham caught 30 striped bass over a period of 2 days. Biggest one was 38 inches on a loaded cotton cordell, green mac, on a surface bite. And the day before the storm, there were a lot of striped bass, huge schools staging in Buzzards Bay, just waiting to see which way to go, I guess, with the storm. And so the day before the hurricane, they started coming into the canal on east tide, all sizes, schoolies, slots, above slots. And just as a reminder, a slot is 28 inches, so less than 31. That's a keeper. And they were just going, riding in east tide, right down the canal, bent rods all along the canal, guys catching fish. John Doble, the legendary great fisherman, was catching striped bass on every cast. Scott Ewell, who I see almost every day here, caught a 35-inch on a topwater bite on a outcast. And Scott also caught an albie on the bottom with a white striped gear rocket, which is unusual. Albies are usually so fussy that you can only catch them with albie snacks and silver medals, But these albies must have been hungry, because I heard of some of them being caught on canal killers too. Bill Hurley canal killers on the bottom. So also Jimmy sidecast Belcher had a good day. He caught 4 bluefish and 2 stripers. The biggest blue was 34 inches. And I was fishing with Jimmy Kelly one day, the pride of Brighton. He lives in Centerville now. But Jimmy and I were having a great time, but we weren't catching any fish. So I had to leave to go to a doctor's appointment. And I took off, said goodbye to Jimmy. An hour after I went to the doctor, Jimmy caught a 41-inch and a 39-inch striped bass. So the moral of that story is forget the doctor, just keep fishing. No, I'm only kidding. I don't want to get calls from doctors. Take care of your health. The day after the hurricane, Dr. Johann Frange, a nuclear physics professor at MIT, was fishing a west tide about an hour before dawn, and he caught a 38-inch striper on a white soft plastic algags jig. There are 3 guys that fish together all the time, Bustin' Bob Brew, Dave and Ray Barros, 3 great fishermen, great guys. And John Doble, I think it was, that gave them the nickname the Bucket Brigade, because all of them, they all sit on 5-gallon buckets in between casts to take a break. And Bustin' Bob is also a great lawmaker. And he handcrafted a beautiful surface plug and gave it to me. And the next day I used it. On second cast, I had a 34-inch bluefish hit it. And this fish was just full of energy, like a lot of bluefish, dancing on the surface like a toppin' and splashing like a 2-year-old in the tub. So that was quite a fight. So thank you, Bob. You're a great lawmaker. And I just want to welcome back Bill Walsh to the canal, the pride of Roslindale. Great guy, good fisherman. And he had some problem with his eyes earlier, and went to the doctor, and they found out that he had cataracts. So he had cataract surgery to remove the cataracts from his eyes. And he told me, he says, you know, before I had the operation, Eddie, he said I was adding new meaning to the term blind cast. So we're happy to have him back with his vision back intact. So I just want to add a few names to the 40-inch honor roll. Matt Sater, Mike Goodwin, and Doug Freeman. And again, you know, this is guys who have caught at least one 40-inch this season, but some guys have caught a lot more than that, and Doug Freeman's one of them. Doug Freeman has caught 46 fish that are at least 40 inches long, so that's quite an accomplishment. If anybody can beat that or even come close, please contact me, because I want to make sure this list is as accurate as I can make it. And my email address will be at the end of this video. And so I just want to give you my tip of the month. So if you fish in the canal and you're used to other places, this is kind of a different approach, mostly because of the strong current. You've got a current here that sometimes goes over 6 knots. So factor that in when you're putting action into your lure, especially a surface plug. If you're used to whatever you normally do on the beach, do it a little bit less here because of the current. Because the current provides its own action, and so you know you're twitching your rod and doing what you normally do, but just don't overdo it here because you've got the current. So keep that in mind. So until next time, catch a big one.
Want your nice canal catch mentioned? Email the details to eastendeddy789@yahoo.com. Here's an update on town services. The Residential Recycling Center Ice Swim is open 6 days per week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. closed on Tuesdays. The annual Household Hazardous Waste Collection will be held on Saturday, October 21st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The paint shed will close for the season October 7th. Here's what's happening at the library.
Hello, this is Colleen, the Assistant Library Director at Bourne Library, and I'm here with Kathy Fox-Alfana. And our first thing we wanted to talk about is our pilot program, picking up books at Town Hall. And if anybody hasn't read about it or heard about it, you just let us know when your books are ready, and we will deliver them. And there's a return box right underneath the delivery point, and it is right outside of Elise Zakara's office on the first floor.
So if I get a notice that I have a book that I put on hold is now available. So I call here by Monday at
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, and you will bring the books over on Tuesday.
And then we will leave them there till you come and get them.
Okay, so they'll be there for the next week or so.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and we're still working out some of the details on it. So,
Right.
And we've had an increase, double the amount of people from
Great.
first week to the second
Great.
week. So,
And you can drop the books off there as well.
yes. Yes.
So, yeah, it's a pilot program because of the bridge traffic. So we'll see how it goes, and if it's popular, we will continue it and make it even better.
I agree. We hope so. All right. Want we talk about some other things at the library?
Sure. One of the things you might want to come by and see is these beautiful artwork of Portugal. We just had a program about Portugal, and now these are artwork drawn by Jim, what's his name?
Jack Hardson.
Jack Hardson, who's spent a lot of time in Portugal, and these are some beautiful scenes. So come by and take a look.
We have a couple programs in October coming up. The first one is Eric the Plant Guy. If you would like to learn how to grow your own cannabis, he is the guy. So he's coming on October 14th at 2 o'clock, and that's a Saturday. And he's been in other libraries, had great turnout, lots of questions from people, so please come to that. Next thing is a Zoom event on October 17th, a Monday, that is a haunted lighthouse of New England. A guy's going to do a presentation, so it's Zoom. So just, we have the Zoom link available, so just look on our website for that.
Haunted lighthouse.
Yes.
That could be really put you in the mood.
Yes. And then to top that off, we have on October 28th, Judge Curran is going to talk about the real Salem witch trials, the real stories about that. So that is on 1 o'clock on October 28th.
He's been here before.
He has.
Yeah, he's really
great
interesting.
presenter. Yes,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Definitely.
And a new program we have, meditation. We started on Thursdays at 6 o'clock, and that's been going really well.
Nice.
With one of our library patrons who got trained at the Kripalu Institute, and she's leading it, Mary Ann
Wonderful.
McGarnagle.
Great. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is our upcoming show. It is Rip Van Winkle, and you can get a copy of the original story. It is mercifully very, very thin, by Washington Irving. And I've written the show. It's called Rip Van Winkle in Bourne, so there's a lot of interesting Bourne facts in there. But it's based on this story, and that will be October 21st. It's a Saturday at Uptuxet, 2 and 4 o'clock. 2 shows. They're only an hour long. It's free. We'll be selling cider and stroop waffles. You'll have to come and see what a stroop waffle is. But there's lots of people from Bourne in it, and it's going to be a really good time.
And we have some books at the library that I've bought, so you can come over and pick one up.
Yeah, if you want to read the story before or after, you're welcome to do that. Like I said, it is really short, but all the facts are in here, so it's a lot of fun.
And we still have quite a few kids programs for Halloween. Let's see, we have one called Giggles and Ghost, Halloween Spooktacular, and Nature's Real Vampires, which is real animals and then a craft about the animals, the Halloween animals.
Are they bats?
There might be some bats. I don't know. I'll have to find out.
What else would there be?
Yeah, your Halloween one. And we still have our regular programs, the Thursday night Knitters at 6:30 and the Wednesday Fiber Friends at 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
Do we have crocheting yet?
Well, that's Fiber Friends encompasses everything.
Okay.
So it could be embroidery, cross stitch, crocheting, knitting.
Oh,
So you can do it all.
great, great. And what are the popular books this month?
Oh, gosh, Demon Copperfield is still really popular.
Okay.
The Covenant of Water, which is a 700-page book, but
It's a commitment book.
yes, but I've heard it's really, really good.
I'm in the middle of Tom Lake by Ann Patchett.
very good.
That's a wonderful book too.
Yeah.
Yep. So I read a book that people might be very interested in. This is Fiona Davis, who writes about strong women and New York City landmarks. And how does that come together? Well, in this one, the landmark is Radio City Music Hall. It's the early times of Radio City, and it's the beginning of the Rockettes. Oh. And this woman who's been a dancer, she sort of almost inadvertently auditions and becomes a Rockette. But there's a murder mystery involved. It's a page turner. I think you'll really enjoy it. So pick it up when you're at the library. If you want the latest books, check out the Express cupboard right in front here, right by the checkout desk. That's where the very latest books are. So you might be able to snag something there. For those of you who missed the book sale, because we didn't have it because it got rained out, we are going to be holding a beautiful book sale, which will be in early December, and it'll be books that you would feel comfortable gifting for the holidays or reading yourself. And more details will be coming up about that. But we're looking forward to that, along with Christmas in Old Bourne Village and the tree lighting and all that. So that's coming up in early December. So we'll tell you all about that more next time.
Okay, I wanted to talk about the Friends fundraiser. If you need a car wash, it's at the Rain Car Wash in Wareham.
It's that new space age place looking.
Yes, very cool.
On Cranberry Highway in Wareham.
Very cool. And 30% of your car wash goes to the Friends of the Library, and it goes till November 29th. So
wow.
That'd be great if you need a car wash and want to support the Friends.
Yeah, it's very cool looking too.
You can become a friend of the library by going to bournelibrary.org and clicking on the Friends tab at the top of the page. Be sure to check out the wide variety of programs for children of all ages at the library. Go to their website, bournelibrary.org, and click on Events, or contact the children's librarian, Terry Johnson, 508-759-0600, extension 6106, or by email tjohnson@bournelibrary.org. The Bourne Food Pantry is located at 121 Main Street and is open on Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to noon. You can reach the pantry by phone Mondays through Wednesdays at 508-759-3351. If you're in need of Meals on Wheels, please call Elder Services of Cape Cod, 508-394-4630. This program is really in need of some drivers to deliver meals. Please give them a call if you can deliver the meals. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and while enjoying a Labor Day clam boil near the canal with friends, a tremendous amount of police and fire sirens were heard. Sadly, an 18-year-old was struck by the Cape Flyer heading to Boston. It was determined to be a death by suicide. He was struck by Perry Ave and Uptuxet Road. The death is being investigated by the state police and the MBTA police. The suicide rate on the Cape and Islands is 1.5 times the rate of the entire state of Massachusetts. If you're feeling depressed or hopeless, or if someone you know is struggling in this way, please reach out for help. Locally, you can call the Samaritans of Cape Cod, 508-548-8900, or 988, the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. Some people find it easier to reach out for help by texting. You can text crisis text line for emotional crisis support. Text HELLO, HELLO, to 741-741. It's free and confidential and available 24/7. Here are some programs offered by the Bourne Recreation Department. Check out Chemical Creations for ages 6 through 11. You can explore the world of scientific experiments on Tuesdays, October 10th through November 14th. There is a $135 fee. Intro to Fencing will be held on October 12th through November 16th from 4 to 5 p.m. at the Community Building for grades 3 through 5. The fee is $65, and you can register at bournerec.com. There's a Halloween Paint Night Tuesday, October 25th. Register by October 18th. The fee is $20. The Council on Aging, located in the Bourne Community Building, 239 Main Street, offers a variety of programming for those 60 years and older.
Hi, I'm Debbie Oliveri. I'm the director of the Bourne Council on Aging. And I just wanted to let you know that here at the Bourne Council on Aging a couple of weeks ago, we were fortunate enough to open our senior dining program again. We have named the cafe the Bridge Cafe because it's Bourne, and it's all about the bridge. We were very fortunate to get Chef Everett Reed. He is being funded out of the formula grant funding. So we are offering breakfast from 9 to 10:30 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And our lunch menu is being served 11:30 to 1 o'clock. The dining room closes at 2, but the last lunch is served at 1 o'clock. You can come in and order at the front desk. The prices range from $3 to $7, so it's very affordable for seniors. His meals are stupendous. I don't know what else to say. He's Cordon Bleu trained. He owned several of his own restaurants in the past, so we are getting gourmet meals at discount prices. So please come down and enjoy what we have to offer for breakfast and for lunch on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Thank you.
Savvy Senior Presentation and Education Against Scams will be held Tuesday, October 10th at 1:30 p.m. with Jurasi Keptaz, Community Engagement Coordinator for the Office of the Attorney General. Drum Circle with Sherry Best will be on October 16th at 1:30 p.m. Come and feel the beat. No experience necessary, but registration is required, so give them a call, 508-759-0600, extension 5230. Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th through December 7th. Call the COA to schedule your Shine appointment as soon as you can. Here are some beautiful photos by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. Here's an update on COVID-19. Cases are on the rise. Every U.S. household may place an order to receive 4 free COVID-19 rapid tests delivered directly to your home. Visit covidtests.gov. New COVID booster shots are available now. Visit vaccines.gov or check with CVS, Walgreens, and other area pharmacies for an appointment. All the strains circulating are descendants of Omicron, so experts believe the vaccines will still protect against severe COVID-19 from all the variants. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with what's happening in Bourne. Go to youtube.com and search for Bourne Community TV. Please support programming at Bourne TV by becoming a member. Visit BourneTV.com and click on membership. Bourne TV is a 501c3 nonprofit. Your business or organization can become an underwriter and lend yours financial support and reach Bourne viewers via local channel subscribers and our internet audience. Well, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Bourne Review. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.